Hey everybody, this is going to be another video for my channel members and Patreon supporters. And in this video, I just kind of want to free think, free talk, and explain to you guys generally what has been my social media strategy for the last year. You might not have noticed it, but this has had a dramatic impact on my channel. So if you look at my channel and how many views we've been getting, this is our YouTube community. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. But this is insane. If we go back 2 weeks, I had this video, Ukraine's latest move has Russia terrified. This video got 634,000 views. I then got 548,000, 512,000, 545,000, 517,000 views. I had 5 consecutive videos break 500,000 views. Me, 4 or 5 years ago, never would have believed this was possible. Now it is deceptive because my subscribers are not very high. This is because I have a very concentrated and dedicated audience. A lot of people tune into every video. They've been watching me for years. Thank you so much, everyone. But to put this in comparison, the reason why I got on YouTube was in 2019, I watched a video from Graham Stephan. He's probably the largest and most successful finance YouTuber on YouTube. He has over 5 million subscribers, and I'm crushing him. When you look at his recent uploads, 213,000 views, 254, 314, 233, 324, 343. I'm not criticizing him. I don't want to take anything away. He is wildly successful. But for me, to be getting consistently more views than the guy that I was looking up to, who inspired me to start a YouTube channel. This is crazy. Now, my success, especially this last year, I do believe, is because of my efforts on social media. When Donald Trump won the November election, this was, 11 months ago, I said I wasn't doing enough, that I had to get my videos and my content everywhere. So I made a conscious effort to start posting daily on every social media platform that I could get on. So I'm going to actually zoom out my screen so you can see what my full desktop looks like, what my browser tabs look like, and I'm going to go through every single one of my social media that I'm currently active on. First up, this is my Facebook account. I started posting in January. I now have 22,000 followers on Facebook. Now, before you jump into the comments section, I know people hate Facebook. I know there are people who are saying, I will never use any Meta product. That's kind of the point of this video that I'm making today. To say, I don't care where you are. You can be wherever you want to be. But I need to be everywhere as a content creator to get my message out, to do as much counter information to Russian propaganda, and to be supporting Ukraine as much as possible. So I had this negative view of Facebook going back to the pandemic. I basically stopped using it. But what if I had been on Facebook for the last 3.5 years consistently posting? How many followers would I have? How many additional people would I have reached? This is the startling realization that I've had, especially this year, that I missed so many opportunities to get my message out, to reach more people, to help Ukraine, to help defeat the Russians. So I'm everywhere now, and let's talk about it. But Facebook, 22,000 followers. On Threads, I'm currently 9,000 followers. On Blue Sky, I'm currently 41,000 followers. This is really good. I joined Substack this month. I got on a new platform, Substack, this month, and I'm at 615 subscribers, which I think is pretty good. We then have Twitter. Everyone hates Twitter. Currently 70,000 followers. I'm also on Instagram, 14,000 followers. I do have a TikTok account, but I don't make many vertical videos, so only 622 followers. I'm also on Spotify. I'm not monetized yet, but I have 3,200 followers on Spotify now, so. I also created a Reddit account last month, and I now have a Reddit page, and I think there's a couple hundred people who have joined here. So this is weird. This is just how I think and operates. I've always been a person for tracking status and progress. Of course, I played a lot of video games when I was younger. And to me, the YouTube algorithm is just a video game. I am trying to maximize my reach to get my message out as much as possible. And I created this Excel spreadsheet back in 2023, tracking my growth every month. On the first of every month, I update where is my follower count on all these platforms. So initially, going back to 2023, I was really only using YouTube and Twitter. I published my videos on YouTube. I did my research on Twitter. Wasn't complicated. Sometimes I would post a story or something on Instagram, but I didn't have an interest. I didn't want to use any other platforms. That was more stress and more work for me. So that's how it went for 2024. But in 2025, I got serious about posting on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram if it makes sense, Threads, Twitter, and once again, I don't really make vertical videos, so don't be concerned about TikTok. I'm now on Substack, I'm now on Reddit, I'm now on Spotify. The only platform I'm not on is Telegram, and I don't want to join Telegram because I don't want to give a Russian citizen my cell phone number. There's also Discord. Everyone tells me to create a Discord account, but I just get very nervous about not having full control of what people are saying or posting in one of my domains. So I've personally never used Discord, but I checked it out. That is something that I might create at some point in the future. But let's go back to my strategy. And when I make a major, like a news update video, the videos kind of die after a couple days. There's a huge surge in views because it's the news of what's happening now. But then the views die off, and within a month, nobody's watching that video. And that's fine. I make timely news updates. So there's no reason for me not to be sharing my content everywhere if it makes sense. And I want to redirect people to YouTube because YouTube is monetized, and that's how I support myself. That's how I make money. So what I do with all my videos, this is iMovie. I'm very basic, guys. This is how I create my update videos. I put basically picture-in-picture. I screen record, and then I use a DSLR to film myself. And then I add my clips. I add my whatever. I then, once I have a finished product, upload it to YouTube. We all watch it with a video premiere. I then will take clips of my own show. It's a 30-minute show usually. And I'll make 1 to 3 minute clips. So this is the video I made for yesterday. This was Tuesday of last week from you watching. And over here on my desktop, I'll zoom out again. These are the 3 clips that I created from my 30-minute broadcast. And what I do is I post these clips to Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, Substack, and Twitter. I don't make vertical videos, so I don't really create Instagram Reels or TikTok videos. Because I'm doing picture-in-picture, I'm in landscape orientation, so it really only makes sense for me to post my clips of my show to these 5 platforms. But I've been consistently doing this almost for the entire year. And these are the results. So these are the clips that I posted yesterday. So this was 14 hours ago. This is a 2-minute and 35-second clip that I posted about that funny video from the Ministry of Emergency Situations or whatever. But on Facebook, I have 699 likes, 38 comments, 35 shares for one clip. And when you go to the comments, the pinned comment is always, hey, check out the full YouTube video here. The next clip I posted, this is about the submarine breaking down, 563 likes, 20 comments, 23 shares. The next clip, this was about Crimea being isolated by rail and ship, 1,000 likes, 34 comments, 34 shares. I'm just trying to redirect as many people as possible to my entire YouTube up video. I know some content creators are saying, I don't want to post my stuff on Facebook. Facebook doesn't pay me. I don't want to give my content away for free. I think that's the wrong strategy and attitude because, once again, this is news information. The content becomes irrelevant after a week or so. But I view these clips now as just free advertising. Some people pay to advertise their content or products. But if you just give away clips for free on social media platforms, Facebook is giving me free advertising for my YouTube channel. And this is really what is catapulting me, to the view counts I'm getting in recent videos. So that was Facebook. The exact same thing is happening on Threads. I posted the clips. The first one, 175 likes, 22 retweets, 4 shares. It's the exact same clip. The pinned comment is go to my YouTube channel to see the entire video. Here's the next clip, 223 likes, 15 retweets, 6 comments, 1 share. Next clip, 1,200 likes. So to kind of give you a calculation here of how many people are seeing this post, roughly only about 10% of people who see any post interact with it or like it. So if this clip on Threads has 1,200 likes, potentially 12,000 people about have seen this clip. Those are people hearing my voice, seeing my face, getting to know me, and saying maybe Jake isn't such a bad guy. I'll go check out his YouTube video. So that's Threads. We can then go to Blue Sky. It's the exact same 3 clips. The first one, 275 likes. Next one, 247 likes. Next clip, 399 likes. This is cumulative. I understand on a single platform I'm only getting less than 1,000 likes, but you have to add them all up. The next platform that has an algorithm in which people can discover me is Substack, and I just joined Substack, so 14 likes, 30 likes, 66 likes. It's not bad considering I just joined Substack. We can then go to Twitter, and it's the exact same thing. Let's see here. The first clip posted 14 hours ago, 603 likes. You can see here Twitter gives you 16,000 impressions, but that doesn't necessarily mean someone watched the clip. Then we've got 175 likes, and then this one got 1,000 likes. Every time I post a clip, the pinned comment is go to my YouTube channel, watch the entire thing. This is what I've been doing for almost a year, and I think this is why I am doing so well currently on YouTube, why I can consistently break 500,000 views for an update video. A 30-minute, basically slideshow presentation. Like, I don't have editing. I don't have fancy music or transitions or, celebrity star guests appearing in my broadcasts. It's just me talking into a camera, sharing the daily events of a devastating war. So those are the main 5 platforms that I can put clips on. Sometimes I can also do Instagram, but I don't personally enjoy using Instagram. I just think it's a very clunky website. Same is true with TikTok, though at some point in the future, I might decide I want to become the new master of vertical videos, and I can start producing content in a vertical format that might gain traction on these other platforms. There's also Spotify. I post my podcasts and Q&As here. There's also Reddit, which is interactive. Anyone can post what they want. I don't have moderators yet for Reddit, so I'm the one, going through everything to make sure nobody's being inappropriate. But this is where we are. And I think what I'm doing is what other content creators have to do. Now, you as the consumer of my material, you don't need to be on all these platforms. If you hate TikTok or you hate Facebook or you hate Twitter, great. Just follow me on one of them. And I know there are people probably watching this video who are on none of them. You don't enjoy the social media experience, so you just watch me on YouTube. That's fine too. I'm not saying you have to join any of these other platforms. But on all of these platforms, there are random people, and I need to reach as many of them as I can to get my message out in support of Ukraine and to stop the Russians. So, what I think is happening with social media is it's overtaken legacy media. If you get your news and information from cable news, newspapers, magazines, radio, whatever, you're living in the past. And I'm sorry, but I don't think we're ever going back to the way it was. You can't put the genie back in the bottle once a new technology has been invented. And this is just my personal theory, but I don't think we're creating new celebrities. You know celebrities, you love celebrities. I'm sure there are people that you were watching or following growing up, actors, musicians, whoever. And I just don't think, especially in American pop culture, we're not creating new celebrities through TV shows and movies. We're creating new influencers. And there's a dramatic difference between a celebrity and an influencer. Influencers are like Mr. Beast or Marquez Brownlee or, John and Hank Green, I guess, are also influencers. But these people are interactive. Now that we have the internet with us at all times and we're constantly checking social media, we've developed parasocial relationships with daily content creators. You guys feel this with me. For those who watch me and follow me every day, you view me as a friend. I've had people say they view me kind of as like a son or a brother figure. I don't know you. I've never met you. What you feel with me is how I feel with other content creators that I've been following on YouTube for 15 years, basically. So celebrities are different if they don't become content creators. They can do that. And there are definitely content creators who will appear on a TV show or a movie or release a song or an album. But content creators, influencers, have more power because you have that connection, posting daily content, getting to know them, trusting them, falling in love with them. This is what is happening to people all around the world, where you didn't get that in the 90s or the 2000s. Sure, you had your favorite celebrities and stars that you would see in TV shows or movies, but you didn't really know them. You didn't get to experience their daily life. You weren't watching Instagram stories in their house, seeing their dog and their kids and stuff like that. Celebrities of the past, they're still relevant, but I just think their power and influence from the old legacy media system is fading, and this is what is replacing them. I'm currently reading a really interesting book called The Gutenberg Parenthesis by Jeff Jarvis, and this is a book talking about how the invention of the printing press was revolutionary. The printing press was invented like in the 1450s. This led to the Protestant Reformation because you could mass produce Bibles cheaply in native languages. So Martin Luther used Gutenberg's printing press to print the Bible in German. And this was revolutionary for Europe. This was revolutionary for the world that anyone could consume this new mass media. Prior to the printing press, it was expensive and difficult to have scribes handwrite everything, so the major form of communication for almost 10,000 years of human civilization was just speaking. Who can yell the loudest? Who can speak to the biggest audience? We then entered the era of the printing press, and books dominated culture, dominated language, dominated politics, war, everything. Basically until the advent of radio. Radio in the late 1800s also was a very revolutionary moment, but it was still one way. Books transmit information one direction. Radio, television, you're transmitting information one direction. It's not reciprocal, it's not interactive. The internet, and in this book, they say we entered the new age with the internet in 1994 with the introduction of Netscape Navigator. Netscape Navigator was the first commercially available browser. But I'm going to have my own theory that the world officially changed when we got the iPhone. When the iPhone 1 was released in 2007, this brought the internet into your pockets. You could take pictures and videos, upload, download, interact, communicate, message, whatever. We've been living in this new information age since 2007, and we're not going back. For those of you who don't like the world we currently live in, I'm sorry, but you can't undo it. Just like the printing revolution with the Gutenberg press, like once a new technology disrupts the existing status order, you can't really get rid of that technology. All you can do is replace it with something more invasive. I don't know the word to use there. So the message of this video is I am everywhere all the time now. It's not because I have an inflated sense of self-worth or I think I am the greatest human being on the planet and everyone should listen to me and watch me and love me. No, I don't want that. I'm an introvert. It's like I'm a very private person. I don't want to be exposing myself or sharing myself or... But I have to, because someone has to. If you're watching this and you are a content creator who's very concerned about the direction of the world, the direction of your country, it's not enough to just be on one platform, which is what a lot of people do. A lot of people who feel uncomfortable on social media, but they know they need to do it for their organization or for a cause they care about, they'll be on just Facebook, just Instagram, just YouTube, just Twitter. When really the secret sauce is go everywhere. Anywhere there are people, and you want to reach as many people as possible, then you've got to do it all, which is what I'm currently doing. And it's working. I mean, I know that these videos being seen by 500,000 people consistently, this is having an impact, both for morale for people who support Ukraine, but I'm sure this is also demoralizing to the people who support Russia and want to believe in their power fantasies about, you know, whatever they believe. I don't even know anymore. Okay, that was what I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you're on any of these platforms and you want to follow me, great. If you don't want to be on these platforms, that's fine too. This is about production, not consumption of information. That's the message I want to get out. That's what I'm telling other pro-Ukraine YouTubers, other content creators that I think their message should be seen by more people. I tell them, you just have to go everywhere now. It's annoying, but it does make a difference. Okay, everyone. Till the next video, take care.